welcome to part 9 of the DmC Devil May Cry Retrospective. Sorry about this weird intro here. I just, my audio screwed up for this first little section, so I'm just re-recording over it. But I guess it's time to pull my devil trigger. Nice. Now, if only I could edit a mustache on him throughout the entire gameplay to make this just as memey as possible. That would be great, but let's pick our upgrades. As I said, after this level, the leveling curve goes away because I will effectively have the in-game and in-lore ability to break reality. So, yeah. And I've been sticking to 2 upgrades per level ever since because the first level a couple of times just to start off with a few extra upgrades because Dante's moveset is very, very wanting at the start of the game. It's just not very entertaining to use. Got a couple upgrades just to change that up until I started getting the other weapons and stuff, so yeah. What do I want? Shredder. Isn't there something for the gauntlets that I don't have? Well, I don't see buying a level 2 charge as buying a damage boost because that's something the games have always had with your gauntlets is charging. Stupid that you have to pay to upgrade to get it though, but whatever.
You were blinded and imprisoned.
He-Man?
How long?
Master of the universe.
Hundreds of years.
So wait, then who the fuck is Skeletor? Virgil? Because he's always scheming in the background, like, I'll get you next time, Mondes. Nah. I don't know. I don't think there is a Skeletor of this series, but if there is an incompetent fuck-up, it's definitely Virgil.
You only see evil in me because I am a demon. Try opening your mind. It's all
Oh, look at that message.
of perspective.
Now, like, some explanation on what the fuck he just did would have been very, very nice, because that is just cool as hell.
As I said, I see things differently.
Because you know what that makes me think of? The perspective puzzle in God of War 3, where you were in the garden and you'd have to, I haven't played the game through in years, so I'm really, not that up on the details, but I remember, you know, you had to go through the garden, I think it was the Garden of Hera, and you had to change the perspective so that, say, a pillar and a column with a little bridge piece on it wouldn't be connecting to the next part you had to go, but from a certain perspective they would, so you'd activate a certain item and get there in time, and you could run across them as if they were connected because they looked like it from a certain perspective. Like, let's see if I can find somewhere to make an example. You'd think I'd be able to with level design like this. But then again, he unfucked the level design for us, so I guess not. Hello, little Phantom references. Yeah, I like them, because I will never tire of murdering spiders. Because I fucking hate spiders. Fuck spiders. Fuck them, and kill them with fire. That's the thing that always... You know, I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? But I saw Phantom, it's like, but how are you supposed to kill it with fire when it's already on fire? It's like the Blitz when you're playing as Trish in Devil May Cry 4 SE. It's like, okay, everything else, if it's on fire, you can likely kill it with fire anyway. But a Blitz? It can kill you with lightning, but you can't kill it with lightning? You can't break its lightning shield? Well, it can just, you know, smack the shit out of you with lightning? Kind of kills the idea of Trish as an agile lightning demon when you're fighting a much more agile lightning demon that is just all around better.
They were hunted down and slain.
Why?
Ah, an Nephilim.
Power of both angels and demons.
Yeah. As I said, I'm pretty sure I said that earlier, that was just the whole thing. They were wiped out because they were a hybrid. Hello, Underworld.
Which made them a threat. Like me.
And like you, they held great potential. What a waste. You
Who?
want to reach
Him
your
or
full
them?
potential? Perhaps Osseo holds the key.
Like, this part was hell, but I mean, come on. A little bit of explanation. Well, like, see that? How it looks like from this perspective, you could just jump on there and go to the wing from that first little platform. In the God of War puzzle, it was like that, where, say, you could clearly see that they're not connected, but from the right perspective, with the item activated, they would be. And it's like, that seems like what they were going for there. And it's like, that would have been cool. There we go. But yeah, the platforming is so much more fluid than it was in the classics, but the classics never really needed shit like that, so didn't really matter. Which, like, she don't even got a name? Come on now. Yes, that demon probably does fuck from the looks of her. She is naked. I do not remember how to break that shield. If I was playing 4, I'd just throw one of those swords back at her, which means I probably have to reflect one. Like, come on, why can't I taunt her when she's doing this bullshit? Oh wait, I can just break that with this. Yeah, color code. And I think that's actually a pretty interesting use of the color coding, because you're not actually required to use that weapon to hurt it, just if you want to break the shield faster. And I'm getting my ass kicked. And it didn't lock on until it was too late. There we go, it's dead. Hi. And some explanation on this thing, what it does in this world, would have been very, very nice. Or some explanation on what the fuck this thing is, and what the fuck it's doing, why it can move, what that is, why it's on his back, why it's a floating something. Come on, context is not enough to explain everything here. I mean, sure, if I wanted to, I could probably headcanon a bunch of it, but should I have to? The headcanon is supposed to be, you know, fun little, just extra shit to figure out on your own if you want to explain it. But you shouldn't have to headcanon main plot elements at every turn.
You are not human.
Oh god, I forgot how often you hear that line. Back here again, but I like the use of red now prominently because of what's about to happen. But again, I'm getting God of War vibes with the giant horses in God of War 2, where you had to like free them, and they would well, not free them, but you had to make them move, and they would pull the two halves of the island together. I'm just picturing that all of a sudden. But yes, let's see what happens. I'm actually very interested to see, because I know they changed how Devil Trigger works. It used to throw everything up in the air, which apparently I never had a problem with it, but a lot of people didn't like because it just messed things up. But you could just use your whips to pull yourself to all the enemies, or pull them all together, or use the charms to just instantly pull the whole group straight to you and keep comboing once they were in the air. So I never saw a problem with it, but I'm very interested to see how it works now. Is it just gonna be just a straight damage boost with an appearance change like it was in Devil May Cry 3? Because 3 only had, I think, Nevin had extra moves while Devil Triggered. Apart from Rebellion, you could also glide. So for the most part, it was just a damage boost, and you got the healing and, you know, a defensive buff. I think you got super armor in every case except Nero as well. So I don't think Trish has super armor in 4, I'm not sure.
Because I wasn't able to protect you. For that I am truly sorry.
So is that supposed to be his mom talking to him somehow? Yes, so what the fuck? How? What? How?
We chose our path.
So you fucked up literally.
choices, but we never gave you yours, my dear son. Now, finally, you will have that choice. You will have a great power.
Well, always gotta say, give me more power. I mean, come on now. Yeah, too bad it doesn't actually do that. That would be great if your Devil Trigger allowed you to manipulate levels in some way to get through them. Just like the way that demon used his eye to do it. If it was context sensitive, we go to certain points and activate it and it would change the levels. You know, not just Devil Triggers and use up our gauge, but for platforming sections. That would have been cool as hell, but they don't really go anywhere with it apart from one use later on in the game. That would have been so damn cool and would have fit what they just said. Alright. Pull my Devil Trigger. Here we go. And Devil Trigger, hold. So now it doesn't even stun enemies, for fuck's sake. And that didn't take long to wear off. I like how the aura kind of stays with you after you activate it for a little while though, too. Or is that just red because I'm using... Nope. It wasn't just because I was using a demon weapon. There we go. So I guess his DT is just a straight damage boost now. Well, fuck you too, Virgil. Fuck you too.
Dante!
And how did he know where just this random thing was that would awaken Dante's Devil Trigger? Why did that awaken Dante's Devil Trigger? Does that mean he could never have awakened it on his own? Like, what? So many questions, so few answers. And it's like, come on guys, you guys made Heavenly Sword. You guys made King Bohan. I mean, come on, how you gonna fuck this up? And then you made Twing Twang. Remember where you could like remote control arrows to shoot guards in the nuts? Like you could shoot it through their legs and then turn it in midair and then hit them in the nuts. I mean, any game that lets me do that. Come on, Ninja Theory. What the fuck happened? So, what is the point of his Devil Trigger even now? Just a little bit of health regen? That's it? Because, you know, I saw what they were going for with the old system where it throws everything up into the air because it's Dante breaking the demon's grasp on reality, right? And now it should at least stun them now. I mean, that was always cool. But now when you activate it, it's like, oh. So now you just turn red. Like, the appearance was just meh. I mean, it looks cool in motion. The way they actually did it, I always thought was pretty neat. But, you know, now it just feels so underwhelming. Like, that was always what made Dante and Virgil's Devil Triggers so good in these games, was the fact they had some unique aspect to them, like Nero's, you know? I mean, good concept-wise. And like, look how much my DT got drained just active, though. Is there something trigger heart in this game, then? Put the Virgil on me. There we go, you're dead. So I'm actually kind of disappointed with the change to Devil Trigger. It just does, it feels like nothing now. You know, you don't feel faster, you don't feel stronger, you don't have any kind of extra visual flair to your attacks or anything. Oh yeah, you got an enemy step to get up there, don't you? So I mean, yeah, the change might be overall better that you're not forced to just pull the enemies together now, but when you activate it now, it loses what made it unique before, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You know what? Can I upgrade it at least? Devil Trigger Cross. Couldn't they just call it Devil Cross? There we go. Okay. Yeah, like I love the use of the level design and the whips and the angel to like sell all these distorted, messed up levels, because it does look really cool in motion, right? Like that's one thing I absolutely have to give them credit for with this game. Yeah, tell me that as I'm falling to my death, why don't you? And that's probably going to take forever because I don't have the upgrades for Ebony and Ivory. Hold it for that. There we go. And like you still have to break their shields. Like that was the great thing. It stunned everything when you activated it, right? Now it just doesn't really do jack shit. Feels like, why is it even there now? Because, you know, the way it threw all the enemies up in the air, yeah, that might not be as... Some people might not like it, but you know what? The game gave you a tool to deal with that. The chakrams you get for beating Barbas. One of their combos literally grabs every enemy around you and just pulls them straight to you at once. So you use that combo right after activating Devil Trigger, and every enemy is now stunned in the air, and you have one move that pulls them all to you. And now you can continue this crazy air combo. I mean, yeah, it's simple, but a lot of people complain that the problem with Devil Trigger in this game was that it breaks the flow of combat. But there is a way in the game's own mechanics with a simple move to counter that. Which I think is exactly what that move was intended for. Oh shit, you can grab those? Huh. Well, that's neat. And like activating Devil Trigger there didn't really do anything, because I loved using that to just throw enemies off in this game. Even if I wasn't going to intend to do damage with it. If I was getting overwhelmed, I just activate it as an oh fuck button. But now it doesn't even work for that. Gotta stop forgetting I have a dodge. Wow, that was underwhelming. Killed a harpy with by knocking it out of the ring. Interesting. Now how do I get to you? Neat. But I do like how they did that. You'd see like a little glimpse of something and it'd get you to look around and be like, oh! Like little hidden paths. I love how it doesn't just point them out to you. It just makes you, you know, just think a little bit, look around and explore. Because it does kind of give you little hints, but it doesn't just flat out say, oh, go here, here's a cool item.
That was wild.
Come here.
What is it?
You found your inner devil, all right. But you have yet to discover your full potential.
Mainly, I just want to kill the demon king named Mundus.
And if you do kill Mundus, who would take his place?
Foreshadowing. Oh my god, that zoom in! That zoom in, were they fucking serious there? Holy shit! If that had been edited to have the fucking mustache on it, that zoom in would be fucking meme worthy, I think. Oh my god. That was actually in the cutscene. Wow. So yeah, that was a pretty fun level despite my disappointment with the devil trigger changes, but overall, yeah, that was part 9, so thanks for watching. See you guys.